Hello everyone and welcome to QuickSaveTV. This is going to be my first video about Diablo 3 in which we're just gonna go ahead and switch the hero and create another hero, probably a monk. Yes, a monk. So you can see there's many characters presented in the beta, all the characters that are in the game. We have Wizard, Witch Doctor, Monk, Demon Hunter, and Barbarian. Of course I'm not going to be the first one to show you that. Probably not the last, but you know. So we're gonna call him you. Gotta create it here like that. So at least two names. Ye. Ye. I don't know. Let it be like this. I. So yes, start the game. The game is very exciting to play, but you know, due to the big lag, I have huge.
Fear and death. The fallen star is near.
I have huge lag with the American servers right now. It's 250, and because of that, I'll be glad to present something. So it's just gonna be a little bit of playing the game and just talking about it. Disabled, enabled, very good. Okay. the for European players, it's usually not the game that's heavy for the computer. It's the lag that make it look like
The
this.
fallen star has upset the balance of this land. I seek it.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her. Captain Rumford, more dead are coming. We can't open the gates until we drive.
Very cool animation, by the way. Very cool animation for the monk. The spirit, 150. Keeps generating as I use this simple attack of mine.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Checkpoint. Having a feeling of playing a game on PS3 or Xbox.
I promised Marco I'd protect him.
Artisan. So good that it works, you know. That works. Even if I play another character, I don't have to. I just bought 40 fallen teeth. Yeah, teeth. I just bought 40 fallen teeth for 40 beta bucks. But before that I earned like how much? 32 by selling gold.
I
so
did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search
market is still trying to
the
pick
dead
up
are
in
rising.
Diablo 3 beta, but
Came back
again,
here to rally
no
the
one's
militia.
really interested to use it right now, as it's just that, right? It's not real money yet. It's just a test of it. If that would be real money, believe me, everything would suddenly change. People would start.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle
People
Deckard
would
is
suddenly
still
start
missing.
selling things.
Captain Rumford
Okay,
and the
let's go
others are
ahead.
losing hope. I tell them not to
Slash
lose
and tail
faith,
kick.
but if help doesn't arrive soon,
Wow.
the dead will overwhelm us all unless something is done.
I will send them back to their graves. I will save your town.
Thank you.
Your
You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Oh, very good. I like how spirit does not degenerate, or at least I didn't notice it degenerate yet.
Only Rumford came back.
Helps the monk accumulate all this spirit and then just burst it into the enemy. Sounds like a fun idea.
I
No.
will help you fight the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
That will not be my fate.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricade!
I like how the NPCs say the same thing, you know, to the characters, but the characters say different things. That's what makes the difference. I certainly can understand why people like playing as a monk. I will play as a barbarian. There's no way I change this decision, but I can understand the reasoning behind playing a monk. It's very cool. That's the reasoning. What else you need?
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead. I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago,
That's a very
rose
strong
from their
knockback.
graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
So stop picking up the crap out of the ground. Now, again, let's just use the moment and talk about the game itself. What do we expect? Diablo 3 sounds like an ambitious enough game to set a new standard for those kind of games. I'm really excited to see how it's actually gonna work out, because I'm really yearning for a very good RPG. Really excited about good action RPG. I have played most of the action RPGs that came out after Diablo 2. I talk about Loki, I talk about Sacred 2, I talk about Blood Magic, I talk about Legend, Hand of God, and etc. So I played all these games. I wasn't particularly shocked by their quality or extremely satisfied. Sacred I played quite a lot. Sacred 2 I just hated. I really hated this game. What else to say? What else to say? And now I'm really interested. I'm really interesting to see. Jesus, my English. And I passed American test. Whew. Anyway, so basically, I'm really excited to see how it's actually gonna work out, because there haven't been a lot of very good action RPGs, in all honesty. Lucky was okay, but didn't excited me to play a second time. Sacred was more than okay, especially the first one. Sacred 2 was a pile of third. Then the other one, Legend Hand of God, Jesus, fuck this game. The only good thing about it was the animations to attacking the ogres, and generally high creatures, tall creatures. That was the only thing I liked a lot. Everything else was kinda just so simple and didn't stimulate you to play a second time. There was no actual support to play a second time, so it was just a waste of time, in all honesty. And I even bought a licensed copy, and I mean Russian licensed copy, and it was translated in Russian. Yes, it was translated in Russian, and shit, it was even worse. Yeah, the voices weren't particularly good. Selection didn't really match, and the people who voiced the game didn't really try a lot to do that. Now, with the way Blizzard and Activision Blizzard gonna market their game, I'm pretty sure that we will be able to play English version as well. Now, especially since the experience with the StarCraft 2. Regardless, I already pre-ordered. I just checked when I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered 2 years ago. Diablo 3 copy from Amazon Co. UK, and I'm still waiting for it. Really excited to play it. When the game comes out, I will be sure to create some interesting coverage for you. I'm really excited about different tutorials I can make about the game, and etc, etc. Especially about the Golden Auction House. No, wait a second. The Money Auction House. Very excited. Now, the game itself is again very interesting. It's judging from the early look we have at the game. I'm still unaware how it's gonna work out in the long term. I have faith in Blizzard, again, in their experience, in their quality standards, but I don't know yet. It would be too early to judge, and I don't want to regret my judgment later on, so I'm just being careful for now. From what I see right now is that the game steps away from many action RPG standards it's set itself, which is kinda weird, but very interesting. Nevertheless, we have no more attributes distribution. Excuse me, they are distributed automatically. Now what it means to the player is that at the higher levels there will be no difference between the characters in the sense of attributes. Then there's going to be no exploits attribute wise, which were in Diablo 2, where we would have different characters just taking enough strength in order to take the armor they would like to equip, and then pile everything, just bunch up everything in endurance to have more hit points, which is not so much customization in my opinion, and I feel good that they remove it. But again, it's against the standards, right? The attributes distributions are everywhere. They were in Sacred, they were in Diablo 2, in Diablo 1, they were in Torchlight, they were in Sacred 2, they were in Blood Magic, they were in everywhere. In Loki also, they are everywhere. In every Diablo clone out there, they're just there. And now that they step away from it, I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen with the genre. Will it have a rebirth, or will it just die out as not needed? Really excited to see what's gonna happen. Again, I'm not sure whether or not it was right decisions, but overall they seem to impact the game very nicely, except the removal for the fatalities in the game and the removal of the PvP. Again, not that you would PvP all that much in the beginning levels, but the possibility itself, that you can, if you want, like once a friend asked me, why do you need the game to be big? Why do you want to put more stuff into Skyrim even though you most probably will not see it? Like, for example, mods, add additional places, add additional weapons, blah 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 bish. I said I just want them to be there. I just want to know they're there. This sense that it's there. So it would be the same with the PvP. People wouldn't necessarily PvP so much with each other, but they would just know that they can do that anytime they want, and the possibility itself would worth a lot. So can I actually equip a second sword? Hop. That's an opportunity. Very good. That would look very weird. Also, the animation does not consider the sword, so I'm just attacking randomly. So yeah, fist weapons would look better. It's kinda cool though, the way the attacks are performed are very beautiful. You don't get tired of them. The way the character attacks, it's very aggressive, and he's just using his fists and feet and etc. It's like very cool, very unusual. It's not as a barbarian does. Barbarian just smashes everything around with his sword and whatever. Okay, that's what we need to kill. Hop! This annoying goblin. We just should not let him run away. Pygmy, excuse me, goblin. Let's get him. You guys can also get away. Very good. Oh, yes.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. Azintri seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
So what if, say, we let them open the portal and then we just enter it? I wonder if that's a possibility. Never did it myself. Can't really say. So, okay, let's just equip this one first. So this sword was a waste of time anyways. Now I have an axe, a monk with an axe. It looks very funny. It looks like a wizard with a two-handed sword. Everything is falling apart. Very optimistic. Let's just continue on our way to the new Tristram.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find
Nor
him.
should she. I will help her find him.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first.
Are you a monk or are you
They
Russian?
were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Also really excited about the storyline, and all this female Diablo thing is really suspicious. It feels to me, the first thoughts I have about it when I just realized that Diablo looks like a
What
woman,
happened to your father?
then I thought about it and I felt like that's possibility that Leah will become possessed by Diablo, or that Leah is actually just bullshitting everyone and she is actual Diablo. which is an interesting idea. So I would keep an eye on her if I were you.
Hidden cellar.
Don't really trust this
Follow me.
girl.
Your mother's secrets are here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Of course you never believed it. You're Diablo. How can you believe in these things? Little liar. Come on, Dalton. The only sad thing about this attack is that I cannot dish out a lot of damage instantly, because it's just not possible. The way it is, it's not possible. Because I keep knocking the enemy back, and it doesn't let me dish out all the damage I wanted. Okay, fine.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will find your uncle. Stay here and find
Your
out
uncle.
what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was
Let's check
lurking
out the
within his
skills.
troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
So what if I try this one?
Ability is not yet recharged.
That ability is not yet recharged. That's right. Really excited to see how it actually works. Let's see how it works. Notice how if you have something in your left hand, on your left mouse button, which you cannot use right now, it will just not let you, no problem. But it also, instead, it will just use something more simple, just a basic attack. So you're not necessarily suffering. Oh, look at this, I'm attacking at a distance. This is awesome. This has something to it. Okay, so nothing else here. Let's just continue on our journey. Talk about Shadow Step, eh? Overall, Monk feels like a rogue, assassin type of character. I have equipped him with 2 weapons right now and feels pretty strong. But what's kind of sad is that he does not use the weapons he has equipped anyhow. This is a very brutal place. He does not use the weapons he has equipped anyhow, so it's always the same animation. The way I see it, it's always the same animation. So say AOE. The different weapon doesn't influence the animation.
The star fell here.
Okay. But I killed all of you. And you keep rising from the ground. That's why you called Risen, I guess. Some more gold. Gold is stashed across all the characters you have on your account, which means basically whenever you play the game and earn the money, you contribute to all the characters in your game. So it's kinda nice again. It has more integration features, but provided that there is several people playing on the same account, they might have some arguments about how to spend the accumulated money.
Star fell here.
Light entertainer. Very good. Very good. I'm still being a very sleepy individual. I hope it's reasonably entertaining to listen to, as I just woke up recently. And I decided to go hardcore by not drinking any coffee.
Once the captain of King the Oric,
Wow.
I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
It was kind of late. I'm talking about the chandelier, not about the...
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Okay guys, just stay in one place. And this is the alarm. That would not be fair to stop at this point. We just entered the dungeon. Let's just go ahead and finish this level, and then we're gonna stop the recording. So again, this would be the first look on Diablo 3 from my side. I'm really excited about the game. Really want to see how it evolved compared to Diablo 2, and I already seen the beginning of it. But there's still a lot more to see, because right now it's all the judgment based on first levels, which is certainly not enough. It's not enough. And again, Blizzard is still playing out with different things. They try to add this and that. I wish they were all positioned under the wall. That would be really cool. Look how this attack corresponds so well with my attack. I can just throw the enemy back and then continue punching them from the distance. Very powerful. Look at this. Always keeping the distance, even without necessarily retreating from the enemy. This would provide a monk with strong, very powerful answers to any melee characters on any difficulty. You could just always, whenever you cannot deal with the enemy, you can always throw the enemy away and just try to do that later. You know, you don't need to die in this particular combat. You should be fine. You're still alive. What an annoying individual you are. Scroll number 2.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement and sent us off to die.
It's quite sad, really. There's so many negative things happening in Diablo universe, right? And there is, like what he just said, right? Because of the corruption of the Diablo, which Leoric suffered,
My beloved king lost all
he stopped really being responsible person. He just couldn't, he lost it. And so he sends his armies to attack a much bigger kingdom that is bordering with his own. And that, you know, he's losing whole his army. It's like destroying the whole kingdom from inside by corrupting its king. It's very sad. It's really sad. And then what happens in Diablo 1 is that his own son comes back from, you know, from wherever he was, from a travel, and he has to kill his own father, right? It's just this, no other way. He has to kill the bones of his father, actually. But that's the thing. It's just, you know, sad and frustrating the way it is. Like what decision he has to make. And then as he descends into the dungeons, the attention spoiler, just skip the next 10 seconds if you don't want to listen to it. As he descends into the dungeon, Diablo instills the idea, the notion that in order to stop Diablo, he has to, the hero has to insert the soul stone in his forehead. And that's what he does. And that's the only thing that didn't actually stop Diablo from taking control over this hero. And he just opened the gates for him, you know, to open the mind for him, to help him control him. It's just very sad, you know. Such a strong hero, but regardless, you know, Diablo tricked him and won at the end. Very sad. Let's see what's happening in Diablo 3. Gonna kill all of them. The bloody angels, the bloody demons, all of them gonna die. Only Nephilim will exist. There's no other way for us to survive. These annoying assholes will try to keep pushing us from side to side, and that's just not too fun. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and conclude at this point. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. If you enjoyed the video and my commentary, just go ahead and like, subscribe, and favorite the video. To subscribe in order to support my work and get notified when new content becomes available. I'm still sleepy. Sorry, my brain lags. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it was fun for you. Stay tuned for more content from QuickSaveTV and have a great day.